Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoy the content you're about to see. LPB Mixed Surface Series Round 7 Race 3 from Spa-Francorchamps in the Porsche 919 Hybrid. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB Mixed Surface Series on GTSport. This is round 7, race 3 here from Spa-Francorchamps. We're in the Porsche 919 Hybrid, the Le Mans winning Porsche 919. So we're just going to go through the grid for you now for this race. So this is reverse championship order. We're all on intermediate tyres. So it is Firepower on pole position then, with Techno in second. We've got Cyrex in third. Can he make it 3 in a row out of one round? Seek in fourth. We've got Keith in fifth. Rodders is in sixth, and the first of the weight runners is Red Bull on 40 kilos, and it's 80 kilos for Intrepid. We've got TY in ninth on 120 kilos, 160 kilos for Neil Farmack, and Bidster on the full 200 kilos at the back. Now, Bidster only needs to finish this race to actually be the champion, because as long as he finishes the race, he'll get enough points. He only needs like 4 more points to win, so he just needs to finish. So here we go then, ready for the lights to go out here at Spa. Revs rise. You can see it's wet conditions here at Spa. Green, we are off. Plenty of wheel spin as the hybrids get going, and we've got cars stood at the back. I think someone's not moved at the back, so we've got someone slow, but into the first corner goes everyone else. Firepower on the inside, Techno outside, everyone together. Keith, Red Bull, and everyone else quite close in the middle. We've got Bidster and Intrepid at the back, and TY spun round. TY spun round at the first corner, so not a good start for TY, as everyone else really races down to an up Eau Rouge. Through Eau Rouge we go. The spray is absolutely, well, huge. The spray as Cyrex goes to take the lead off. Firepower's on the grass and just gets away with it. Firepower there, but Cyrex goes through into the lead. I think it's on the inside. We've got Red Bull and Seek one alongside each other as Cyrex takes the lead in his Porsche. Techno slides his way through Lecom, and Seek and Red Bull right behind the two local drivers here, 4th and 5th. Firepower goes wide, taps Techno off into the gravel, and Firepower goes off himself and has a massive crash in the middle of the pack. He's off in the wall, you can see him there. He's off in the wall, we're on board with him, and there goes, there's TY, so there goes Techno and everyone. So not a good first few corners there for Firepower. Got pushed wide and then ended up off the track as Rodders has a massive twitch there going down the hill, but it's now Cyrex in the lead. Belgian second, Belgian fourth with Seek and Red Bull. We've got Red Bull with a load of other traffic behind him as Seek one has a massive tank slapper round the double left-hander. Down the bottom towards the Piff Path, 7 laps in this race. And I'll tell you something, it's been incredible. We've only done half a lap already as Red Bull and Rodders together, then the team Chippendale Racing together, and we've got Cyrex in the lead independent. We've got Seek 1 for Seek and Destroy Motorsport in second. Remember, the teams will go down to the wire here as well. It'll be quite close between the teams. It's very close between BB Racing, which is Bidster and Keith, and also Seek and Destroy Motorsport, which is Seek and Neil Farmack. And speaking of Neil Farmack, there he is, and Keith gets passed by his teammate, and Neil Farmack's trying to go through now as well. All this gaggle of cars together as one. TY and Firepower quite close as well. Red Bull and Rodders go through there as Neil Farmack goes through right behind his teammate Bidster into the bus stop chicane. Well, it doesn't look like a bus stop anymore, but Neil Farmack gets rid of his penalty. Rodders and Red Bull having a good little scrap here. Remember, they're fighting for their individual places in the championship, not just the teams. So there's a bit of a Keith's been reset at the back. There's been some contact there. We didn't quite catch that. We'll get that in a replay, but Intrepid slowing down, waiting for Keith there. So obviously claims obviously saying it's his fault. So he's waiting for Keith, and he's now rejoined, but he's not letting him through yet. So unless he had contact with Firepower, but anyway, after lap 1, it is Cyrex who leads the way then in his Porsche. Seat 1 trying to close him down in second place. We've got Red Bull and Rodders, the two Chippendale Racing cars, 3rd and 4th. Bidster and Neil Farmack, the two championship contenders, in 5th and 6th, but Bidster only needs to finish this race. Neil needs Bidster to disconnect twice, or just like not finish or retire from the race, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll have to see. But Bidster then just needs to keep it consistent, and also he might as well just go for a result here, I suppose, because he's got one more race after this if he can't do it in this one. But should be alright as Neil Farmack goes through. The Rodders has made a mistake. Rodders has gone off from 3rd or 4th place. He's gone off as Techno goes through and slides on the inside, and a massive 2-second penalty for some reason after making a mistake, probably cutting the corner or something. But again, Gran Turismo penalties being very unfair there, but no, well, that's how it goes. So Bidston moves up another place, and that's not going to help Neil out. He needs Bidston to go absolutely backwards and then not finish, but very unlikely that's going to happen. So we could be crowning a new champion here. We go through the corners then. We've got Rodders in 7th place. Rodders in 7th. TY in 8th. He's trying to come up the field. We've got Firepower, Intrepid and Keith at the back. They're all starting to close together as well, so quite close there. As meanwhile, Seat 1's in the lead. Seat 1's in the lead of the race. I've just noticed that myself. Sorry guys, I'm a bit slow with things, but just trying to watch everything and keep an eye on things. But Seat 1 takes the lead from Cyrex then, and Seat 1 leading his home race here at Spa with Cyrex right behind him then. So can Cyrex bite back? Well, hopefully he can. We'll have to see. But Red Bull in 3rd on his own now with his Chippendale Racing teammate back in 7th. Bidster is in 4th with Neil in 5th. We've got Techno still getting rid of that penalty as Bidster goes wide, very wide there for Bids, making a mistake there, and Neil Fight closes right up to the back, and now it congests them all together as Techno puts on the power too early. I don't think there was contact there. Puts the power on early, tries to spin the car around. He's got to wait for everyone to go past now and then rejoin the track. So Techno very unlucky there and down to last place. Meanwhile, at the hairpin, Bidster goes wide yet again, and Neil Farnack gets a look on the inside. Bidster looking vulnerable here, just going wide a few times, and Rodder's trying to squeeze himself in the middle. No, you don't. As we go up to Eau Rouge, and Bidster has to back off, and Neil goes through into 4th place. Over the top of Eau Rouge though, and Bidster's back in the draft, and he's looking for a way through on the outside, but he's not going to find any way through there. As Rodders has TY on his tail for company as well. Brilliant race as you go towards Lecombe. Neil's on the inside, Rodders having a little look further back as Bidster goes wide again. Bidster's got problems there, he's going wide a lot as he rejoins. Neil goes through. TY goes round the outside of him. Incredible move there by TY, losing the wet conditions to the advantage, because sometimes in the wet conditions the outside line can be the faster line, as he just proved there. So Bidster goes down to 6th, and he's sliding that car all over the place, not suiting him this combination I don't think, as we slide out the corner, and Neil Farmack now with TY behind him, just using the brakes to steady the car. Down the bottom of the hill we go. Cyrex and Seat 1 are still together, but it's still Seat 1 leading this race, the penultimate race of the season. Cyrex looking a bit quick through that section now. Meanwhile, here's Neil and TY. TY's right on the back of Neil Farmack now, so Neil Farmack could see himself going down a place if he's not careful. He's got Neil Farmack, TY closing on him in the Rebellion Motorsport car, the white car. Keith there in 9th. He's moved up ahead of Firepower and Techno after Techno's off, and Firepower probably just not finding the pace yet. Intrepid's just ahead in 8th. There's Bidster with Rodders behind now. We've got TY and Neil Farmack still very close together here as we go up the straight, or the so-called straight, towards Blanchimont, and it looks like TY's got through before we get to Blanchimont. This next corner here is Blanchimont, very fast corner, 170 miles an hour even in the wet conditions, and TY with the hazards on for some. I think all cars have got the hazards on. I think we've got all cars to put the rain lights on at the back, so they are flashing away. Neil Farmack spins! Neil Farmack spins! Contact with Rodders! And Neil Farmack spins, and that is it. That is the end of his championship, because he needed to try and win the race with Bidster not scoring any, but Bidster then looks like he's free in 5th place then, and Neil Farmack, who is he? He's rejoining at the back still trying to get going in 9th place, probably 10th place now, as Techno goes through on the outside. So Neil Farmack and down to 10th, and that is his championship in the bin there, I think. So could be looking at a new champion here. Bidster could be champion as we go up Eau Rouge. And let's have a look at the leaders then. Red Bull's in 2nd, Seat 1's made a mistake, and Cyrex is back in the lead. Again, we'll get that in the replays at the end of the race, guys. We'll have the replays at the end of the race to save on time here as we go through. But yeah, it is definitely Seat 1 down to 3rd place there. So Bidster then looking to retain his crown. He won the Group C Championship last time out, and hopefully wanting to keep the crown that he got from last time. Just having a look at the spreadsheet, guys. Sorry, just having a look at it. Yes, it was Bidster who won last time. Just refreshing my my memory, because my memory isn't the best sometimes. As Red Bull and Seat 1 then are getting closer and closer. So Seat 1 trying to get back at Red Bull. Red Bull's been quite consistent in this race so far. Good on Red Bull. Trying to keep it consistent. What threw me, guys, is the fact that Bidster's he's got 22 above his car, but I think he's got 1 on the side. I'll have to have a look, unless he's got Let's have a look at the side of the car. That still says 22, so I must have I must have put the wrong number on. Sorry guys, but yeah, so it says Red Bull and seat 1 ahead. Up the straight we go, and the side by side now, the two Belgians fighting out for glory here at Spa as well. Red Bull snaps back in, catches the grass, and very lucky not to spin the car there as you go through Blanchimont then. Sarex has got a really big lead now. He's up to probably a good, well, let's have a look at the gap then. Let's have a look at the gap as we cross the line. So across the line we go. There goes Sarex. And here's seat 1. It should be about probably an 8-second gap as we go out the corner. And across the line we go, and well, he's not going to show us, but yeah, it should be about that time. So Red Bull there in 3rd, still keeping pressure on seat 1, almost running into the back of him during braking, but luckily gets the car stopped. TY's in 4th on his own now. We've got Bidster in 5th place, Intrepid in 6th, and then we've got Keith 7th, Techno is 8th, Firepower is 9th, Rodders is in 10th, back in 10th place, and Neil Farmack now at the back of the field after that contact from Rodders, or spin that they had at the bus stop chicane the previous lap. So again, we'll get all the replays in at the end of the race, guys. We'll try and keep with the action best we can, and we've got a good battle developing here between Intrepid and Keith. Keith trying to close up in the BB Racing car to the back of Intrepid, the independent. Running very well here, Intrepid. It's been a very impressive first season for him on LPB Racing, and hopefully good things to come from Intrepid in the future. We look forward to seeing those how things go on in the future for him, as TY in 4th place. He's closing on Red Bull and Seek 1. Now Seek 1 is trying to get away from Red Bull this time, but Red Bull on a 2.14 there and TY on a 2.13. He's definitely pushing even harder now. So TY then on the move there. And if you're wondering why all the cars have got, most of the cars have got the hazards on, it's because it's sort of rain lights. It makes the cars easier to see in the rain from the back. So just to help with things, the seat 1's not quite got his on, but I pressed the button to turn them off accidentally. But there goes TY through, closing on Red Bull, just trying to get that gap closed in. Meanwhile, Keith is on the back of Intrepid still. He's getting closer to him, so the draft's helping him get closer. As you go on board with Keith there, you can see the rain lights there flashing, the hazard rain lights flashing, just to help us get a bit more visibility, especially when they get really close. In the spray like that, you can still see the car as Keith slides the car on the exit of the pit. Parfin goes on the curb, and that's not going to help him with the time. That's really going to hinder him, and he's lost a big gap there to Intrepid by going on that curb. That has not helped things at all. Meanwhile, Firepower in 9th place, going wide there, and Rodders having to take avoiding action, and Tang Slapper, how did he hold that? Incredible hold there from Rodders, and Firepower continues in 9th place. Very lucky there that Rodders actually followed him in making that mistake. Otherwise, Firepower would find himself in 10th place. And he'll find he needs to try and do something here, but I think he's just lost a bit of hope here, really, because Spitzer's in quite a secure 5th place here. And meanwhile, Red Bull spun on the hairpin. First hairpin, Red Bull has spun round, and TY goes through it. He can't get the car going again. Wait till the car straight, Red Bull. There we go. And Bidster now can see another place on the horizon, but he's going to have to get a lot closer than that. But he might be able to get the run up Eau Rouge, but Red Bull's already back going again. And we go up the hill. There goes Bidster up the hill, following Red Bull in the draft. Will he be able to catch him by the end of the straight? We'll have to see. It'll be a big ask, I think. 7th gear in the draft. There's Red Bull. There's Bidster, but can't quite get close enough to make a move just yet. So we're going into Lecom. Red Bull holds on to his 4th place, but how long can he hold on? Because he's made a mistake. We'll have to watch and see if we can find more mistakes. But having said that, Bidster was doing mistakes at the near the start of the race, so no one is safe in these conditions here at Spa. Rodders goes through with Firepower on the back, so Rodders has got through past Firepower, and Firepower go down to 10th. Neil Farmack will look for a way through past the Durex driver. Back to the front of the grid, it is Cyrex in the lead, continuing a good run here at the last round of the championship. This is what he could have done. Well, I was going to say this is what he could have done if you're in the championship. That's not what he wants to do in the gravel. Get out of that gravel, Cyrex. It's just pushing too hard, lost concentration, and goes off. So just as I was praising the man, he goes off. So nice timing, Cyrex. As Seat 1 goes through in 2nd place, he's closing on Cyrex. He'll have seen the mistake and known he's vulnerable, so he might push a bit harder now to try and see if he can get through. We've got TY there in 3rd, fastest lap of the race, a 2:12.080. Very fast time there. TY gets a little penalty. He should be able to get rid of that in the braking zone for the bus stop chicane. Meanwhile, Intrepid there is with Bidster in front, so Bidster's lost the back. Well, Seat 1's gone up ahead, and Yeah, so Bidster up to 4th place then. He's got Intrepid right on his backside. Is Intrepid doing very well, and Bidster goes away on the curb there. Penalty, should be able to get rid of that in the braking zone, gets rid of it early. In the braking zone, Intrepid gets one as well, gets rid of his, but he's on the outside. Can he convert that to the inside? Oh, he runs wide, he's going to have to give the place up because he's ran wide. Bidster will do the undercut and get the power back on as Keith closes up to them both. Intrepid rejoins. Keith now could have a go at Intrepid if he's close enough. Let's have a look here. You're on the board with him. Final lap now for these boys. Final lap of the penultimate race of the season. And he's all closing up in these last few laps. We've got also Firepower and Neil battling further back for 9th and 10th. Not where Neil Farmack needed to be in this race. He needed to be right out front in case Bidster had a problem, but no such problem has arisen yet. So, but Neil Farmack goes through there, and now we watch the rest of them up. Eau Rouge, Techno's back in this. Intrepid's back in 7th. Keith is in 5th now. Bidster's gone through, so Bidster will stay ahead. Now Techno looks for a way through on the inside of Keith. Dives out from behind. Keith's car brakes, but Keith on the outside should have better traction into the corner and holds him off. Good expertise move there by Keith. Not even sure that's a word, but I'm using it. I'm going for it. Good experience there from Keith, keeping him ahead of Intrepid and Techno. As Techno makes a mistake there and runs wide, and now he's back in the hands of Rodders as Intrepid goes through. Into 6th as he makes a little goes wide there. Intrepid a little bit of a twitch there. Further back there's Neil and Firepower. And further in front then, let's have a look at the guys in front. Seat 1 has nicked the fastest lap of the race off T-Wire, 2:11.4. Seat 1 getting used to this car. Cyrex is in trouble here, but he's got to try and hold on for the last few corners. He's not quite got enough gap to close on him just yet. And I think Cyrex will be safe as long as he doesn't do anything daft. So Cyrex then should be on his way for 3 in a row here. 3 in a row in a 1 round. Let's see if he can do it. Sorry, 2 in a row. Sorry, I thought it went 3. Sorry about it, guys. It should 2 in a row. Beg your pardon. I got my numbers wrong there. But Cyrex here for 2 in a row here. Let's have a look and see if we can do it. Here we go. Cyrex across the line. 2 in a row for Cyrex. Seat 1 in 2nd place. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It should have been 2 in a row, not 3. I got my numbers mixed up. I thought he'd done better than what he did. Seat 1 in... Seat 1 second. I will get my teeth in. TY in 3rd, rounds off the podium. And now here we go, it is going to be Bidster in 4th place, and he will take the championship as long as he crosses the line and doesn't disconnect in the next 5 seconds. Here we go, Bidster is going to take the LPB Mixed Surface Series Championship. Boy, what's he doing? He's slowing down on the line. Oh, he's letting Keith through for the extra points. Good teamwork there. Keith goes through for 4th, Bidster 5th, Intrepid 6th, Rodders 7th, Techno in 8th. Neil Farmack, well tried, runner-up in the championship, 9th place for him. And then it's going to be Firepower in 10th, with Red Bull falling to the back of the pack in 11th place. Brilliant race that by everyone, and we will now take you to the replays of the race, followed by the results. And now here's the replays from the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, on board with TY. Watch here as he goes into the corner. Just all 4 wheels on the curve, and then just the car pivot rounds, and that's not a good start to his race. Okay, here's the second of the replays then, on board with Red Bull. So watch here to see Techno slide through the corner into the com, and then we go into the next bit. Watch Firepower here and Techno. See Firepower's on the inside, goes wide, taps Techno off, and then watch here, he slows down to try and let him through, but as he slows down he doesn't look behind him, and he gets rebounded off the other cars and causes a bit of a sort of a pile up, and then spins himself out and then rejoins in 10th. So Firepower with not much awareness there. Here's a replay of some action now on the end of lap 1 into the bus stop chicane. Everyone's slowing down. Keith has got Intrepid on the inside. He has to turn in. Intrepid sort of hits him a bit, and then we all sort of Constantine together. Then Intrepid comes across, and obviously with no lock, hits us, and Keith unfortunately gets reset in 11th. Here's a replay on board with Rodders on lap 2 to see what happened to him. So he went off the track, so he goes wide here on the curb, gets the power on the curb, and just really lets the car slide, puts the power on, just shoots off into the gravel. Too much power, and round he goes. There goes Bidster, there goes Neil Farmack, and Techno is going to have a go through here as well, and through goes Techno. There's contact there into the corner. That's how Techno went wide, and then he got a penalty for it, which is stupid. But then Rodders does slow down and lets Techno rejoin, and then he has to serve his penalty for some strange reason. Why he did that to him, I do not know. And here's another replay of this is what happened to Cyrex for him to lose his lead at first to Seat 1. He goes out the corner, too much power, oversteers the car, luckily gets the car back on track, but Seat 1 has got the pace to go round the outside and takes the lead from Cyrex. Okay, here's the replay on board with TY for some action on lap 3 then. So Bidster runs wide at the first corner. You can see ahead he's got Neil Farmack alongside him. Rodders tries to make it 3 in the piggy in the middle, but can't quite make it. Neil and Bidster still side by side, and Bidster has to fold as Neil takes the line. TY gets a massive run up Eau Rouge and then out of the top of Eau Rouge, pulls out to the side of Rodders, tries to get past him. They've both got a draft from each car, but Rodders gets ahead. Now watch here as we go into the next corner. Watch Rodders and Bidster with break. Rodders breaks late, hits the back of Bidster and just punts him wide. Then he does wait for him, and meanwhile TY goes round the outside of both cars and takes 2 positions and up to 5th place. Now here's a replay on board with seat 1 on his helmet cam to see what happened to him on lap 3. So he's into the chicane. Watch as we go out of here. We get on the curve, we just got on the curve and round she goes. Not even full lock can save you there. Now we're facing the wrong way. Luckily he's got the presence of mind to reverse close to the wall, to then turn round, and then he turned around just as Red Bull comes around the corner, but he did time it alright. He timed it okay, he watched for the traffic, and then he rejoins in 3rd. And now here's a crucial part of the race. Rodders into the bus stop chicane on lap 3. Watch what happens here. We brake, avoid Bidster, into the corner, can't stop, and guess who we hit? Mr. Neil Farmack. This guy cannot get any luck at all. But Rodders puts his hands up. He did really apologise after the race, and Neil Farmack is now finding himself recovering on the grass, still recovering on the grass, waiting for people to go through, and then rejoins. And then just where Techno is there, rejoins and goes on in 9th. Okay, here's a replay of what happened to Red Bull then on the penultimate lap of the race. Watch Red Bull's car here through the corner, catches the curve at the top of the screen, round he goes into the wall, and then has to recover on the wet grass. Bidster goes through. Intrepid goes, I think that was, Intrepid goes through, Keith goes through, and then he rejoins. Now watch here, goes down here, breaks into the corner, moves back onto the line, and then through the corner we go, and catches the AstroTurf again, off into the inside wall now, and then recovers, and then goes up to the other side. He's really angry, lost control, he just cannot control the car, he needs to just reset himself and calm down, but that's what made him end up at the back of the field. Replay on board with Rodders of something we missed on the last lap. So watch here, watch Rodders. We've got Techno and Intrepid ahead. Rodders runs a bit wide there. Now watch Techno's car break into the corner. Rodders slides a bit, and then Techno and Intrepid go into the corner. Techno has a little look up the inside of Intrepid. Slight contacts made. He can't get on the power, and they can't find a gear. He does get on the power, slides, but then Rodders steals 7th place with about 100 yards to go. That was the replays of the race, and now we go to the results. So it is Sarex who takes another victory. Well done to Sarex, brilliant win for him, with Seek 1 finishing in impressive 2nd place, fastest lap to boot as well. T1 in 3rd, with Keith finishing ahead of Bidster in 4th. Bidster giving up 4th for Keith, and Bidster is the champion now, so well done to Bids. Intrepid is 6th, with Rodders in 7th. We've got Techno 8th, Neil Farmack finishes in 9th, unlucky for him, a runner-up spot in the championship for him. Firepower in 10th, and Red Bull in 11th, with Seat 1 with the fastest lap at 2:11.4. And after that then, here is your winner, Cyrex in the Porsche 919 there. Well done to Cyrex, a fantastic win for him in the original Porsche colours there. Well done to Cyrex. And 2 in a row for him. Sorry about getting them mixed up with the 3 in a row. It's 2 in a row. I got my numbers mixed up. So, next time guys, we'll see you again for another wet race here at Spa, and a bit later in the day, and we'll see you for that one, for the finale of the Mixed Surface Series. And Bidster is your champion. We'll see you then guys. Take care. Thanks for watching another incredible race by LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and well done to Cyrex on winning that race as well. And next time everyone, it's going to be race 4, the last race of the season in the Porsche 919s, and wet again. We'll see you for that one guys.